Alright then, so welcome back on our tutorial HTML and CSS. So on this segment, so we will be playing around with HTML tags and HTML basics, okay? So let's try those different HTML tags here on our text editor. And we will be explaining what is the purpose of those tags. Okay, so let's play along with those HTML tags. First tag is the strong. So the purpose of HTML tag strong is to give this content or whatever the content inside this tag will be bold or make it strong. So let's cut the closing and paste it here so that the word world will be in the middle. And then let's save and refresh. There you go, guys. So the word has been bold. Okay, so the word becomes bold. So next thing that I am going to introduce is the small tag. So the purpose of small tag is whatever the content inside the small tag will describe that it is small letters. Okay, so I will cutting this one and put it inside. Okay, save, and this would be the output. So it became smaller. Okay, so next tag that I am going to introduce is the emphasize. So what is the purpose of emphasize is that this tag will emphasize or italize the content. So I will be cutting this closing and then paste it at the end of the content, my first web. Okay, so I will save this one and view it on the content. There you go. So it is italicized. Okay, next thing that I am going to introduce is the division. Okay, so the division, so we usually use this division to group this particular content. Like for example, I will be grouping this particular content, this hello world and my first web page. So I am gonna create division or div. So I'm gonna cut this one and put it here. So this division is usually used so that if we are going to design something inside the division, then we could design it directly. So that's the purpose of division, to group something in the content. Okay, so the next tag that I am going to introduce is the heading or the H1. So heading 1, it means that it would describe as a heading and it would transform the text or whatever the content inside the H1 would turn into heading. Okay, so let's say for example heading 1, and then let's create heading 2, H2. So this is a heading 2, and H3, heading 3, and heading 4. It's 4 and heading 4. Okay, so until heading 6. Okay, and let's preview this on the browser. Okay, so there you go. So the H1, the H2, the H3, the H4 output heading. Okay, so it would create heading on your page. So later on we could play around this heading if you have CSS. Okay, so next thing that I am going to discuss or to introduce is the OL, the ordered list. So inside the ordered list, so we could create li tags. So it would create list, whatever the list that you are going to put. So let's say for example Andres. Next li, let's say Jose, and next list is 1, for example, and save this and let's preview this on the browser, and this would be the output of our ordered list. Okay, so for unordered list, I will change this UL into UL, unordered list, and let's preview this on the browser. So this would be the output of the unordered list. So it means that ordered list, it would categorize into number, while the unordered list will categorize by this period or asterisk. Okay? So the next thing that I am going to introduce to you is the span tag. So the purpose of span tag is somewhat similar to paragraph. So it would create a span on the web page. So let's say, for example, this is a span tag. Okay, like so. And save. And this is a span tag. And then I will introduce to you also the BR tag. So the purpose of BR tag is to break or new line. Okay, so BR or the next line. Say for example, I will be putting this BR inside the span like so, and then preview this on the browser, and then the tag would be on the next line. Okay? Okay, so next thing that I am going to introduce is the HR tag or the horizontal rule. It would create a horizontal line or rule in your web page. Okay, so let's save this and preview on the browser. Okay, so there you go. So it would create a horizontal line below. So next thing that I am going to introduce is the IMG tag. So this is an image tag to put image on the web page. Okay, so next thing that I am going to discuss or introduce to you is the attribute inside the tag. So the purpose of attribute inside the tag, it would add additional content on your image tag. So for example, image, and then let's provide SRC or the source. Okay, so the purpose of source attribute is to locate what is the file that you are going to include, specifically the image. Okay, so let's say for example, I will be dragging this image into the project. So that image, and then I will be looking for the name of the image. So logo.jpg. So it is important that you put the file extension of the flower so that it would be readable on our page. Okay, so if we are going to preview this on the browser, so let's add another attribute to give additional information on the tag, like for example the width is, like say for example 100, and the height 100. Let's preview this on the browser. There you go. Okay, so the purpose of this attribute, height and width, it would change the size of the image. Okay? Okay, so guys, what if I will be creating new folder, like for example image, I will be transferring this image inside the image folder. Okay, so move, and now then the logo or the image is located inside the image. Okay, so I will preview this on the browser, and then this would happen because there is no such image inside the project. So what you're going to do is to create a path which the logo is located. Okay, let's say for example image / logo. Save, and there you go. Okay, so next thing that I am going to introduce to you is the anchor tag. And then we could create inside the anchor tag, we could create or add this href as our attribute. So the purpose of href is where the path located, or what would be the URL or the target URL that you are going to link. Okay, so let's say for example youtube.com. Oops. So let's say http /YouTube www.youtube.com. Save, and let's say the content link to YouTube. Save, And let's preview this on the browser. And if you are going to click the link, okay, so it would directly browse on the YouTube. Okay, aside from this online link, you could create local link on your web page. So let's say, for example, I will create new file about.html. So about.html, and then so I will be copying this one, copy and paste it here, and then close the body, and let's close the HTML. Okay, so save, and then let's create a link here on the index file. So let's say, for example, href into about.html. Okay, and let's create a content. So link to other page, for example. Okay, save, and then let's preview this on the browser, and there you go. So if I am going to click this link to other page, and then it would go on the next page, or the about.html page. Okay, so that is how you create a link on the page. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to introduce is the block quote. So the purpose of block quote is it provides quote, or let's say, for example, if you have sayings or quotations on the content, then you could use the block quote tag. So let's say, for example, time is gold, so spend it wisely. Okay, save, preview this on the browser, and there you go. So the next thing that I am going to introduce to you is an attribute inside the tag. So let's say, for example, P, the paragraph, and then you could add additional attribute inside the P tag. Let's say, for example, style, color is red. So actually, guys, this is a simple CSS style. The style is equals to color is equals to red. So this is just a simple CSS format. Don't worry, we will have a full segment on the CSS tutorial next. So let's say, for example, the color of the text is red. So save this one, and then preview this on the browser, and there you go. There is no need for you guys to memorize all of these things, all of those tags. All you need to do is to understand what is the purpose of this tag, and what would be the purpose of that particular tag, and what it does on your browser. Okay? So see you next tutorial.